Hey parents, it's Robbin McManne here. I'm a parenting expert. I'm also the author of the book called The Yelling Cure and the host of the podcast Parenting Our Future. And my work is all about giving you the tools and solutions you need to help you parent your kids that might be a little extra, that are difficult, that maybe are so strong-willed that you don't know where to even begin. I get it. I was the same way. And in my first few years of parenting, I really, really struggled. So I know what it's like. And I am here to show you a different way, a way that I now live and I teach and I love to share. So if that's you, and if you are a mom who works really hard at work and feels like you're in control and you are powerful at work and people listen to you, only to come home and find yourself feeling powerless, feeling like nobody listens to you at home, well, I'm the one that can help you because I have been exactly where you are now. So my ask is that you please subscribe to this channel because you will get constant and consistent tangible tools and solutions to use in your parenting. And you'll also have access to every episode of Parenting Our Future, my podcast, which is award-winning and actually in the top 0.5% of all podcasts worldwide. So please do subscribe and please like the video, comment if you wish. I will answer your comments and also share with anybody who also needs to hear this message. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to stay a step ahead of your child. When we have kids that have destructive behaviors that are not go with the flow kind of kids, I want to show you how to go from reacting in anger and frustration to actually showing up to respond with empathy, with calmness, and with patience. Our kids need that from us. And it's really about us being able to show up where they are instead of where we think they should be. And here's what I know. Kids that have big behaviors and big emotions, oftentimes a lot of their feelings, a lot of their behavior is fueled by anxiety and worry that their needs aren't going to be met. And as parents, we have maybe become a figure of instability for them because we haven't been consistent in the way we've responded, that we spring a punishment on them and we never told them that what they were doing wasn't good, that maybe sometimes we yell, sometimes we don't care or say nothing. And what that amounts to is a child that isn't quite sure whether they're coming or going with you. They aren't quite sure if their behavior is okay or not okay. And so that might lead them to see you as somebody who they're not quite sure you're going to get their needs met, because sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. Sometimes your yes means yes, sometimes your yes means no. You get the idea. So what I want to help you do is show up in a way for your child where you are always anticipating their needs and their feelings so you can get back into the driver's seat. I have definitely had years in my parenting where my son was really in charge of the family. He was in charge of all of us. And what we did and how we did it was really based on his explosive reactions. So I know what this is all about. And what I've learned is to be a parent who is in charge in the most loving, kind, and compassionate way, you need to really be thinking ahead of your kids because you know when they're uncomfortable. You know when there's a transition coming that they're not going to like. You know that they're usually a no before they're a yes, that it's hard for them to just go with the flow. So what I want to show you how to do is to predict what they're going to say and do and have a solution for it ahead of time. Now, we have sort of this amount of energy. This is just an imaginary amount of energy that we will use in any situation. Normally, we use a lot of our energy here, just calling and repeating and getting our kids to just really get their attention. And then the back end is where we're yelling, we're frustrated, we are lecturing. That takes a lot of energy, right? Maybe we're taking things away from them. Maybe we're getting into a fight with them and there's words back and forth, right? And then, if you've got more than one child, then the other kids are acting up and it just ends up unraveling. And then everybody's in the car crying, or you've showed up at school, everybody's upset. That really was my reality for a long time. until I started to predict what was really going on and what my child was going to be like first. I know he's uncomfortable. You probably know your kids are too. I know that my child is anxious and I know that he worries and he needs to know what's happening. So I know all of that. Therefore, I'm able to predict his needs and then meet his needs before he even brings them up. So let's say you've got a child who's watching a show and you've got to leave because you're going to piano lesson or gymnastics, or you've got a sport practice, something like that. And transitioning is hard for your child, or you're going from a preferred activity that they like to a non-preferred activity, which is not so fun, right? Maybe the piano lesson is not so fun. Maybe you're going to school and they don't want to go to school. Whatever it is, you know that they're going from something they like to something they're not. So you want to predict what they're going to say. So if they say, no, I'm not going to do that thing. Well, I knew you were going to say that, which is why I did this. So think of that sentence. I knew you were going to say that, which is why I did this. And this can be a bunch of different things. This is, I've already got your shoes and jacket ready for you. I know that your show isn't finished yet, which is why I'm giving you 5 minutes. And while you watch, I'm putting your shoes and jacket on for you, with you. Or I knew you were going to say that, which is why I've got a little surprise for you in the car once you're all ready to go. Or I knew you would say this, and I know that it's hard to transition. And I know you might need to cry about it a little bit, and that's okay. You can cry. You are just predicting it and accepting it too. That really helps. And I want to give you an example of this. I was in a session with a client, and she was saying that it drove her crazy every time they went to leave the house because her son, after she reminded him that they were leaving, giving him 5-minute warning, 2-minute warning, 1-minute warning, at the very last minute, he would say, I can't go yet. I got to pack my backpack. And she would just roll her eyes and just say, like, why are you doing it now? I've given you 5-minute warning, 2-minute warning, 1 minute. Why couldn't you do it then? Why are you doing it now? And then he would get upset, and then dad would be in the car honking the horn. The other child was in the car. Mom is frustrated. They're running around the house trying to find stuff. It's super frustrating. And when they get in the car, dad gives him a piece of his mind. Brother isn't happy, and everybody leaves with that dark black cloud over the car, and they go to wherever it is that they're going. What I said to her is, well, why don't you do this instead? You know he needs to pack this backpack. He's anxious. He has anxiety about needing to have the things that he wants to have in order to make him comfortable. So what you're going to do is you're going to give him those warnings, but you're leaving a buffer as well. And you're going to say, hey, buddy, here's your backpack. I know you need to pack it. Come with me. Let's put the stuff in that you need to put in it. Come on. And then let's get out together. Isn't that better? That's you putting the energy in on the front end. Doesn't that feel good? You're the one who's in charge. You've made it your idea, right? That's going to make the transition so much easier because you're meeting your child's needs. There's another example that I can give you. And this is one that I heard a long time ago when we were first learning this whole way of parenting, my husband and I. And that is a story about a little girl who would get really scared at night about somebody breaking into their house. And she would drag mom and dad around to every door and every window to make sure those doors and windows were locked so that nobody could come in. And then one night, her mom, being an in-charge parent, predicting what her daughter was going to do, she went ahead and locked all the windows and doors. So they were already done and they were already safe. And she took her daughter by the hand and said, I'm going to show you that every door and window is locked, so you know you're safe. That's the difference. And that is the simplest way that I can describe it, is that you are putting your energy in on the front end, predicting it, and making it happen so that they can just lean into you, lean into your in chargeness, and lean into your bigness so they feel safe. And when a child's needs are getting met, they are just so much easier to parent, right? And it's not making them entitled. It's not making them spoiled. You're meeting a child's needs because most of the time they're anxious. And we've often become figures of instability for our kids because we've said yes and it meant no. We have put a consequence in place when other times we didn't. Our kids don't know whether they're coming or going with us. And this is how we become consistent and how we can tackle things before they become a problem or a meltdown or a disagreement. Again, this is all about showing up in a calm way instead of reacting in anger. Again, you will find that as you predict the needs, meet the needs, make it your idea, be in charge, your child will just start to lean more into you, which makes them easier to parent, makes them more agreeable, makes them more relaxed so that they can have their development unfold naturally. So give those tips a try and let me know how that works for you. Let me know your wins, and also let me know if you get stuck. I will watch the comments. I'll respond as I can. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with somebody who you know needs to hear it as well. We've got to stick together when we've got these kiddos that are hard to parent, because there is a better way to parent them. And we want them growing up knowing that they are loved and lovable and not a problem, not difficult. We don't want to label their behavior. We just want to work with their behavior. And there's so many ways to do it. And on my channel, in my videos, I will show you exactly how, because I've been living it too. I've lived it for 17 years and counting. So I'm here with you. Thanks so much for watching, and have a look at this video because this will help you to get your kids to listen the first time.